Good day, students. Welcome to JSS 2 English Language, Term 2. Today we master one of the most powerful forms of writing, the argumentative essay. The ability to argue a position clearly, logically, and persuasively is one of the most valuable skills you will ever develop. It is used in law, politics, journalism, business, academia, and everyday life. At WAEC and NECO level, argumentative essays are among the most frequently set compositions, and they are also among the most often poorly written. Students who learn the structure and techniques will consistently outperform those who do not. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to define an argumentative essay and distinguish it from other essay types, apply the 5-paragraph argumentative essay structure, write a strong thesis statement, use effective argumentative techniques, include and refute counterarguments, and avoid the most common argumentative writing mistakes. Let us argue our way to excellence. An argumentative essay is a piece of writing in which the writer takes a clear position on a debatable issue and defends that position using evidence, logic, and reasoned argument. The goal is to persuade the reader to agree with your position. Keyword: debatable. An argumentative essay must be on a topic where reasonable people can disagree. Water is a liquid is not debatable. Mobile phones should be banned in secondary schools is debatable. There are valid arguments on both sides. The argumentative essay differs from a descriptive essay, which describes without arguing, a narrative essay, which tells a story, an expository essay, which explains without taking sides. The argumentative essay takes a side and defends it. The 5-paragraph structure for argumentative essays. 1. Introduction, hook, background, thesis statement. 2. Body paragraph 1, strongest argument and evidence. 3. Body paragraph 2, second argument and evidence. 4. Body paragraph 3, counterargument acknowledged and refuted. 5. Conclusion, restate thesis, summarize arguments, call to action. This structure can be expanded to more paragraphs for longer essays, but the 5-paragraph model is the foundation. Paragraph 1, the introduction. A strong argumentative introduction has 3 parts. First, the hook, a sentence that grabs the reader's attention. Types of hooks, a striking statistic, according to UNICEF, over 10 million Nigerian children are out of school. A provocative question: should young people be denied the right to vote simply because of their age? A relevant anecdote, a short story that illustrates the issue. A bold statement: mobile phones are destroying an entire generation. Second, background information, 2 to 3 sentences providing context for the issue. Explain what the debate is about and why it matters. Third, the thesis statement, the single most important sentence in your essay. The thesis states your position clearly and specifically. A weak thesis: I am going to write about whether mobile phones should be banned in schools. Strong thesis: mobile phones should be banned from secondary school classrooms because they destroy concentration, enable academic dishonesty, and create dangerous social inequalities among students. Notice, the strong thesis states a position should be banned and previews the 3 arguments: concentration, cheating, inequality. This is the argumentative thesis formula: position plus reason 1 plus reason 2 plus reason 3. Paragraph 2 and 3, body paragraphs, arguments. Each body paragraph develops one argument. It follows the Peel structure. P. Point, state the argument in a topic sentence. Mobile phones severely damage students' ability to concentrate during lessons. E. Evidence, provide facts, statistics, examples, or expert opinions to support the point. A 2023 UNESCO study found that students who had mobile phones available in class scored an average of 15% lower on tests than those without them. In Nigeria, NECO statistics show that examination malpractice using phones increased by 40% between 2018 and 2023. E. Explanation, explain how the evidence supports your argument. This demonstrates that phone access does not assist learning, it actively undermines it, even when students intend to use their phones legitimately. Link, connect back to the thesis or transition to the next paragraph. Therefore, removing phones from classrooms is a necessary step toward restoring genuine academic focus in our schools. Paragraph 4, the counterargument and refutation. A strong argumentative essay acknowledges the opposing view and then refutes it, shows why it is incorrect, incomplete, or less important than your argument. This demonstrates intellectual maturity and makes your essay more persuasive. Structure, acknowledge, refute. Example, proponents of allowing mobile phones in schools argue that these devices provide access to educational resources and enable research. While it is true that phones can access educational apps and the internet, this benefit is far outweighed by the distractions they create. Schools can provide designated computer rooms and supervised internet access that offer the same research capabilities without the social media distraction that phones inevitably bring into the classroom. Notice, the counterargument is treated fairly. It is a real, reasonable objection, before being firmly rebutted. Paragraph 5. The conclusion. The conclusion must 1. Restate the thesis in different words, do not copy the introduction verbatim. 2. Summarize the key arguments briefly. 3. End with a memorable closing, a call to action, a prediction, a final quotation, or a return to the opening hook. Example conclusion: it is clear that mobile phones in secondary school classrooms do far more harm than good. The evidence shows that they undermine concentration, facilitate examination malpractice, and worsen inequality. Schools that have implemented phone bans have seen academic performance improve dramatically. Nigeria's future depends on students who can think deeply, focus fully, and achieve honestly. It is time for our educational authorities to take decisive action and remove this modern distraction from the sacred space of learning. Let us practice writing thesis statements. Topic: Girls should be encouraged to study science subjects. Weak thesis. In this essay, I will discuss whether girls should study science. This is not a thesis, it is a statement of intent with no position. Strong thesis. Girls must be actively encouraged to study science subjects because gender diversity in STEM drives national innovation, economic empowerment benefits the whole society, and scientific thinking develops critical reasoning skills essential for civic life. Position plus 3 reasons. Topic: Social media does more harm than good for young people. Weak. Social media is good and bad. No clear position taken. Strong. Social media does more harm than good for Nigerian youth because it normalizes cyberbullying, promotes unrealistic body standards, and replaces meaningful human connection with addictive passive consumption. Clear position plus 3 specific arguments. For argumentative essay errors. Mistake 1. Writing a narrative instead of an argument. Do not tell a story or describe, argue a position with evidence. Mistake 2. Not including a counterargument. Essays with no counterargument lack intellectual balance and lose marks at WAEC/NECO level. Mistake 3. Using emotional language instead of evidence. This is absolutely terrible and wrong. Is not an argument. Provide facts, statistics, and logical reasoning. Mistake 4. A weak or absent thesis. Your thesis tells the reader your entire position in one sentence. Without it, your essay has no direction. Excellent work. An argumentative essay defends a position on a debatable issue using evidence and logic. 5-paragraph structure: introduction, hook plus background plus thesis. Body 1, strongest argument, P. Body 2, second argument, P. Body 3, counterargument acknowledged and refuted. Conclusion: restate thesis plus summarize plus memorable close. The thesis: position plus reason 1 plus reason 2 plus reason 3. Pure structure for body paragraphs: point, evidence, explanation, link. Always include a counterargument. Use evidence, statistics, expert opinion, examples, not just emotional language. For homework, Write a full 5-paragraph argumentative essay on this topic. Secondary school students should be allowed to wear any clothing they choose instead of school uniforms.